Hi there. The House of the Dragon premiere episode prominently introduced not one, but three different prophecies. And we haven't dealt with prophecies and magic for a while in this franchise because, as you remember from the infamous Austin Film Fest post-series finale panel, Benioff and Weiss just flippantly admitted, oh yeah, we actively tried to remove as much magic and prophecy as possible to appeal to soccer moms and football players of a general audience. And that caused a lot of backlash. And that, no, they really didn't respect this, nor was it like a measured decision. They just, oh yeah, we cut that out. They didn't care. And I leaked out months ago that, yes, these prophecies are coming, these three, and it turned out to be true. And that the new showrunners are actively trying to put as much magic and prophecy into this as possible, even though there really isn't quite that much in the source material for the Dance of the Dragons storyline, other than the dragons themselves, that there isn't, like, Melisandre transmuting a shadow baby, or glamours like that, or a lot of the other magic elements like the Faceless Men just aren't as prominent in it. And now there's a new interview after that first episode with co-showrunner Miguel Sapochnik in Den of Geek, in which, in his own words, not me putting words in his mouth, in his own words and phrasing, he said, yeah, we're trying to put that back in. So here's what he said. Quote, we wanted to keep alive the notion of spirituality that was in the original story. There was myth, there was folklore, there were stories, legends, ice spiders as big as hounds, which we never got in the TV show, etc., etc. But we don't have those things in this specific prequel era. So we needed to find something to hang the hat on of the spirituality, which plays such a large part. Fate and destiny is such a big part of that story. So yeah, they tried to work it in as best they could, and a great way to do that, well, how we put more magic in. Specifically prophecy, because it doesn't affect physical things as much, and it's established the Targaryen bloodline is prone to prophetic dreams. Daenerys has a lot of prophetic dreams in the books that got cut. Duncan Egg, his older brother, has a lot of prophetic dreams. They call them dragon dreams because dragons frequently appear in them, these prophetic dreams the Targaryens are known for. So they introduced these three prophecies prominently. Two of them aren't even in the books. I mean, the first one is, he says briefly, Daenys the Dreamer foresaw the doom of Valyria, the volcanic eruption that destroyed their homeland, but 12 years before, because of this prophecy, the Targaryens withdrew to Dragonstone, so they were the only surviving dragon lords when it hit. Then these two other ones that Viserys says, I too have had a prophetic dream. It was more real than any memory. I saw my son wearing the crown of Aegon the Conqueror, and he was seated on the Iron Throne. And now he's all confused. Well, my wife died, and the baby died. The baby son died too. What's going on here? I had this prophetic dream, and it didn't happen. And then, of course, the giant revelation that, yeah, actually, Aegon the Conqueror had a prophetic dream that the White Walkers would return. And this is the secret, real reason for the Targaryen conquest. That he was uniting the Seven Kingdoms to stand against this apocalyptic winter with these ice demons. And the Targaryens weren't these evil, insane tyrants. No, they were here to save Westeros. That is what this show is setting aright. But beyond all that, just that it's a prominent element, prophecy, and that he even says, he called it the Song of Ice and Fire, the name of the book series. And even come next episode, tomorrow in episode 2, Rhaenyra will be reading this inscription on his ancient dagger that, he will be the prince that was promised, and his will be the Song of Ice and Fire. He's important again. Remember, like season 7, they were introducing the prince that was promised, even bringing up that it's a gender-neutral term in Valyrian. It's like ruler that was promised. It can refer to a man or a woman. And then there was just no mention of it at all in season 8 because they dropped it like a stone, panicking that we predict things. We didn't get the real ending for that. That they really didn't care. And some fans, there's a lot of facets to this story. Like, some people watch for costumes, some read the books for the food, some for the inter-character relationships and the romance. I mostly in this for the political intrigue and the world building, as like this is a realistic world that functions. But even though I'm not as into the prophecies and spirituality stuff, that's another part of the books. I respect people who are into that more. Like, some people are more, oh, look at how it's depicting women, look how it's depicting the action scenes. But there's many different aspects of this. I was just never into the spirituality stuff, but like David Lightbringer really is on his channel, he's really excited about all this. So I'm happy for him for that. Because even though I wasn't personally into it, it's the flippancy with which they drop this as a thing and just were just joking and chuckling. Oh yeah, we cut that. We use it just to make it popular. Haha. And come on, you are not respecting this. As for me, the reason I'm not into it is, well, kind of like what George R. R. Martin said himself, that, if you fully understand magic to the point it's this developed magic system like Dungeons and Dragons, it's just technology by another name. That what makes it magic is that it's not fully comprehensible. So if you have God or the gods or fate or a magic system, which is by definition beyond our comprehension, as Martin said, it's presented as beyond our comprehension, why should we try to pick it apart and investigate it? Like, we're not going to get a full rule set for Melisandre. Martin said you're never going to have the seven gods of the Faith of the Seven appear on screen, because the way they would in Lord of the Rings, where the Valar are these real archangel figures, you're not going to get that. And so I don't think we should expend too much energy in trying to investigate what is by definition unknowable. But I respected other people do and get a lot out of it, and felt cheated by this, and it's so great to hear the showrunner saying, in an era with relatively little prophecy and magic, we wanted to put that back in as best we could, and elegantly, prophecy doesn't really change anything that much. The source material is a history book, so maybe Viserys just never told a chronicler I had this prophetic dream. This is all great, and it's so nice of them to, in their own words now, say that. I've been saying it for them for months. Them saying this was important to put prophecies, magic, and spirituality back into this.